In the last class, we did the general characters of the condage thieves and ostrich thieves. So, today we are going to do the classification. The classification is based upon of the condage thieves first, means the cartilaginous fishes, means Scalidon type of fishes, or trigon, which are dorsoventrally flattened. So, those fishes come here. And this classification shows that there are two subclasses of condage thieves, the Elasmobranchi and the Holocephali. Elasmobranchi's another name is also Silechi, and the Holocephali. Here, the classification is based upon these points: the body shape, the body scales, the claspers, the gill slits. Here you can see the spiracles and cloaca. So, Elasmobranchi or Silechi, they are the two subclasses, and the other is the Holocephali. So, let's see the what type of body shape we have in the elasmobranchi. In the elasmobranchi, and first of all, I'll just tell you the different examples here. Here you can see, actually this is based upon the different orders, but before going to the orders, here you can see the examples. So in both these, because they are the two orders of the this elasmobranchi, so you should know these are the examples. Scoliodon means the dog fishes or the sharks, and the zygina, you have seen also the specimen hammer-headed shark, and the rhinodon. Whereas even these, the torpedo, the electric ray, the trigon, or the stingray, they also belong to this phylum. So the stingrays, as you already know, I've made, you can say, you see the specimens. So there you can say it's almost this type of fish with the you can say this mm, dorsal flattened body, you know. So here let's move back. So I was just telling you the examples. Now here you can see this is the body of these silachi, lately compressed or dorsal flattened, because dorsal flattened will be the diagram which I have just shown. The trigon means the trigon type of fishes, whereas the Scalidon we have already I have shown you. You can see the specimens you have seen. Okay, so they are these type of fishes having the different types of scales, etc. Their body is literally compressed. Okay, and you can say then, whereas in the holocephali is another subclass where the body is always literally compressed, so they don't have dorsally flattened body. Now coming to the body scales, the body is covered by placoid scales. This also I have talked in length that you can say in Scalidon type of fishes, the body is covered by small scales. We call them placoid scales, which have this type of structure. They have almost crown like structure with the rhomboidal plate on the lower side. So they are very small, very small, microscopic. You can see under the microscope only. You can say you can't and if you want to know that on the body, because the other fishes they have these type of scales, no, so these type of cycloid, etc., but these are so small, we can, if we touch the fish, no, then you can feel in them, you can say, piercing on your skin. Why I'm saying this? Because earlier we had dissections of these. Now coming to the next one, whereas holocephali, the body is scaleless in the adult, whereas claspers are the external organs which are present along with the pelvic fins in the silachi, where these are, here we have additional claspers are present on the head and the belly, so this is little different. Now coming to the gill slits, now the gill slits, here we have 5 to 7 pairs in number, and they are not covered by operculum, whereas in the case of holocephali, always 4 pairs of gill slits which are covered over by operculum. Next is the now this is a little different subclass, because holocephali is resembling the next you can say ostrich thieves, so we can say this can be a connecting link also. Now coming to the spiracle which is for breathing, here in the elasmobranchi it is present, whereas in holocephali it is absent. Now coming to the cloaca, the cloaca is the external aperture which is the opening of the cloacal chamber. Here it is present, here it is absent. So if it is absent, it means there are an anus and the urinogenital apertures which are separate here, whereas in wherever there is cloaca present, they are common. So this is regarding the first, I mean to say, elasmobranchi. Now coming to the subclass, the first subclass, which is the you can say the elasmobranchi in detail. Now, as I just told you, this includes the sharks, dogfishes, the sawfishes, rays, skids, etc. And it is divided. Now, the further it is divided into orders, because in chordates we have the you can say we have to reach up to the order. So we have the first order Pleurotremata and the Hypotremata, and this classification is based upon their body shape, the gill slits, and the nature of the fins. So you can see the first order, which under elasmobranchi or Silechi, is Pleurotremata, and here we have Hypotremata. Now spindle shape. So I just showed you this type of body. So this is called, this is the spindle shaped body. So it means the Scalodon etc. will come under this. And here the number of gill slits are 5 to 7 pairs, whereas the dorsoventrally flattened fishes are these type of fishes. I mean to say the trigon, the torpedo, electric ray, the stingray, and then we have the pristis, which is the sawfish. So all these, they come under the Hypotremata, where the body is dorsoventrally flattened. So here you can say next one, you can see the gill slits. I have just shown you here. There are present only five pairs of gill slits in the Hypotremata, okay, which are not covered by operculum, so they are uncovered. And even you can say, actually in this subclass elasmobranchi, none of the you can say gill slits are covered by operculum, so they are uncovered. Okay, now next is the what is the nature of the pectoral fins. Now here in the case of these Scalodon type of fishes, they are moderate sized, have the narrow base present, whereas you can see in the case of Hypotremata, large sized and fused with the sides of the head. So these are the, for example, these are the pectoral fins which are fused with the head only. Okay, so you can say this type, and they and are used as flippers. So they use them as flippers. Now next is the this I have already told you. Okay, the different examples I have shown you. So this is regarding the subclass elasmobranchi. Now coming to the holocephali, you can say has a single order, so it includes a single order. The name is chimeriforms. That order is called as a chimeriforms, and the this particular you can say chimeriforms order shows the characters of both cartilaginous as well as the bony fish. I just told you now that they are the connecting link. So we can say this class holocephali is a connecting link between what and what, between the cartilaginous fishes and the bony fishes. So this is of evolutionary significance. Example is chimera or the rabbit or the rat flea. I'll see in a book, if I have these diagrams, I'm going to show you. Now what are the different characters of the cartilaginous fishes? You can say found in the holocephali, okay, because it shows both the characters. Now like the cartilaginous fishes, the endoskeleton and the endoskeleton is cartilaginous and the claspers are present in the males, whereas the characters of the bony fish, fleshy lips, as both of them have fleshy lips, four pairs of gill slits. So four pairs of gill slits is a character of the ostrich thieves, which are present here also. And of course the operculum is also a character which is found in the bony fishes. So here also we have the operculum present. And you can say the absence of spiracle is absent, and the anus is present. So this is very important, this subclass holocephali, because of the this connecting link present. So you should know the example chimera or the rabbit or the rat fish, which is the connecting link. So with that we complete the classification of coinrich thieves. So I'll just stop here.